Greetings, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video. I recently went onto my burner Facebook account and I requested to join so many groups, like so many groups, and I've been receiving approvals all week, and I am so excited to dive into some of these with you. But the one that I really want to sit down and look through with you today is called He's Your Son, Not Your Boyfriend. And I know I only recently did a toxic boy mom style video, but I went to this group and I sat there and I was like, I need to talk about this. I need to share this because I can't keep this inside. I cannot keep this to myself. I need an outlet. So here I am. We are going to be going through this group that has 44,000 members, where it is just people finding toxic boy moms out in the wild or sharing their own experiences with toxic boy moms. A lot of those are like people who are married to boys with that type of mother, or sisters of boys and they have a mother like that. And it's my god, I was like, I've made a few of these and I still was not entirely prepared. So buckle up because it's a hell of a ride. And if you do enjoy this video and want to see more like it, please do not forget to hit subscribe. I really do appreciate it. About 50% of you are regular viewers but are not subscribed, so please check, make sure that you are not one of them any longer by pressing subscribe. It really truly does help me out and I really do appreciate it, so thank you. And while you're down there, leave a like, drop a comment. I appreciate it. Okay, now let's get into the absolute hellscape that is this Facebook group. First up, and I can't believe this is where we start. This is someone posted pregnancy photos. This woman posted pregnancy photos with her son, who is, we all know I don't know how to tell the age of kids, maybe 8? I don't know, 7? And it says, my first little love becoming a big sibling. And it's like him standing with her. There's one where he's like holding cute little baby shoes. There's one where she's like holding him and they're kissing on the mouth. And like, most of these would be like totally fine and cute photos, except for the fact this boy is shirtless. Why? Why is he shirtless? Why is he shirtless? What's going on? What? And like kissing a parent on the mouth, that's like a controversial thing that people have differing opinions on. And I think that it's fine if you like peck your parent on the mouth, like that's a fine thing to do. However, when you're doing it while he is shirtless for like a pregnancy maternal photo shoot, which typically these photo shoots happen with the father as well, right? So like, the choice for him to be shirtless was a call that definitely should not have been made, and I'm concerned, and I hate it. No. Put a shirt on. What is happening? Why did you do this? Stop it. Okay, so that was my introduction to this group. So you can see why I needed to keep scrolling, right? Like, it's the type of thing that you look at and you're like, I need to quit the internet forever, but instead you do the opposite and then you sit and scroll for the next 3 hours. Yeah. This next one is from a person took a photo of their boyfriend's phone and this text he got from his mother. And it reads, are you home? Do you want to go see Twisters? That way, when all your friends see us together, they will think we're on a date. Ha 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 ha. No. No. I need this. No. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Like, you see mothers say, like, they'll think I'm your sister. You know, they like go for the like wanting to look young thing. So it's usually like they'll think I'm your sister. People will think I'm your sister, not your date. Never. They'll think I'm your date. Why would you say that? What is wrong with you? Oh my god. And thinking that that's like a normal thing to say. And the fact that like the men who receive these things often are also like, it's fine. It's nothing. It's harmless. It's just mom being mom. It's a joke. Sir, you should feel a little bit less comfortable with your mom saying that people will think you're on a date. If you feel comfortable with your mother saying things like that, you need therapy and to go low contact because yikes. Hey, never say that people will think you're on a date with your child. Don't ever say that. Like, you can have, like, there's, like, people talk about dates, like, oh, I'm having a date with my kid. Like, you can say that in a cute way. Like, that can be fine. It doesn't have to have romantic connotations, but in this context, it very much has that connotation. Just finished at the OBGYN. We got a few ultrasound tech who was super sweet and took a very OnlyFans photo of Hot Pocket and wrote, "It's a boy," right on top. I loved it and wanted to blow it up, print it out, hang it on my wall, post it on social media. My husband thankfully held my hand and gently said, "No one, absolutely no one, wants to see his junk but his mama. You are not posting his pee-pee online." Pfft, fine. I got to see his face though, and he clearly has my nose. The nose I've been insecure of my whole life, but whatever. His nose bagged the hottie that is my husband. My super artsy ultrasound depiction, and then drawing of leg 2, not a leg. I am like constantly finding myself astounded. Why would you say that? Why? Imagine. You get an ultrasound to reveal the sex of your baby, and you say they took an OnlyFans style photo. What did you just say? What did you just say? And then I wanted to blow it up and put it on the wall. Like, that's a weird thing to do in general. Like, just an ultrasound image, putting it on the wall, totally fine. That's so valid. That is so valid. Specifically the one where it is just like confirming the sex of your child is really weird. Like, that's a really weird thing to want to blow up and put on your wall, especially when it comes immediately after you calling it an OnlyFans style photo. You're sexualizing your unborn child. There is nothing sexual about a child at all. There's nothing sexual about the genitals of a child. There is, and making it so on an unborn, what the fuck is wrong with you? Jail. Good God, I feel so sorry for this child already, and he is not even born. He's not even born, and I hope he has a good therapist. I hope day one in therapy immediately, straight away. This woman as well. Yikes. I am concerned for his future. This is a post on Threads by someone that reads, "Raising teenage boys is like dating someone who is permanently on the verge of breaking up with you." I'm gonna actually lose my mind. I'm actually losing my mind. You see why I had to share this, right? Like, I have 29 images saved to this album because I just couldn't stop. Because why are people like this? Why are people saying this? If you should never, ever, 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 ever have the thought of my child is like a partner. My child is like a boyfriend. My child is like a girlfriend. That if that thought crosses your mind, you need to distance yourself from your kid. If you have that thought and you like are comfortable with vocalizing it and thinking that that's like a relatable, normal, funny, fun thing, you need to take a step back and look at your relationship and reassess it, because that is not okay. That is not okay. That is not normal, and you are doing harm to your child. You are damaging them. You are completely screwing up the way they look at relationships and making a negative impact on how they are going to form relationships in the future. If these boys see their moms talking about their relationship as though they are like dating, and like talking about their relationship as though this is what like a romantic relationship looks like, you're fucked. These boys are fucked. And it's so don't do it. Don't ever do it. If you ever find yourself thinking that about your kid, go away, far away, immediately. And if you are someone whose mother is saying this to them, I'm really sorry. I don't really know what you can do when you're a kid in these situations, other than just like know that that's not okay. That's not normal. Just be aware of that, please. When your son thinks he's slick on Snap, thinks he's in love with her, but it's actually me on my fake account because you can't play a player, which is text over a woman laughing, because this is a really funny, relatable joke. I'm so concerned. Genuinely, this is so distressing. Like, it's so distressing. What goes through your mind that makes you decide to catfish your son? Like, what goes through your head that makes you be like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to create an account and pretend I'm a teenager and flirt with my son. I'm going to flirt with a teenager. I'm going to flirt with a child. Just because he's your son doesn't make it any better. I would argue it, honestly, makes it worse. Like, you can't, just because he's your son doesn't mean you can flirt with him. It doesn't make it innocent. It makes it incest, right? You are flirting with a child. You are creating a romantic, possibly sexual relationship with a child, your son. That's not funny. That's illegal and morally incredibly fucked up and is going to fuck up your kid so bad. And I honestly think this should be a jailable offense, right? I guess there's a line where it can cross where it would become that, such as if there was any like photos or anything sent. I don't know where the line is on like what legally counts as being a predator. I don't know where the line is, but I think in general, this should count and you should go to jail. Like, actually, like, and you need help and your kid needs help. Imagine being a teenager, finding out that the person you've been like flirting with and building a romantic relationship with is your mother. You would never recover from that. Like, you would be scarred. The trust issues would run so deep, and it would be so fucking traumatizing. And I am like so unbelievably sorry for the kid that experienced this, because oh my god, how do you talk about this? How do you tell people this? Like, there's so many emotions that must be attached to this, especially because obviously there's a bond this mother is like holding on to really hard. Like, this would be such a fucked up and difficult thing to deal with. And I'm so sorry to this kid. And every single person who acts like this needs to get jail. Jail. Don't ever have kids. Ever. Jesus fucking Christ. This person posted that they found this post in a Photoshop group that they're in. I know this won't be easy or perfect, but appreciate your help. My son has senior prom tonight, and I'm trying to put my senior prom pic and his together. Mine is obviously the terrible quality early 2000s one. I'm in the middle, black dress, and he's the kid in the front row, floral jacket in the good quality pic. Can anyone put just him and I together? Thank you for your talent. I can't. Feel like I'm slowly like losing my mind as further I go into this. What the fuck? Oh my god. These women know this isn't normal, right? They are aware that this is fucked up, right? Or they're just choosing to ignore the fact that it is. I don't know in how we have created an environment where they think that this is socially acceptable to ask. Like, we need to bring back shame, and we need to shame them fucking hard. Like, I know that we do sit here and shame boy moms, obviously. We need to do it more. We need to do it more. We need to stop validating this behavior at all. We need to shame them to fucking hell, because how are you comfortable asking this? How are you comfortable coming on the internet and being like, hey, can you take this photo of me at my prom when I was a teenager and Photoshop it into this one of my son at prom now that he's a teenager and crop it together so it looks like we're each other's prom dates? Why do you think that's an okay thing to ask? We've made you feel way too comfortable if you feel comfortable asking this in like a public Facebook group, because what the fuck? The internet. I don't know how the relationships between these mothers and their sons work. Like, I don't know how I would react to something like that. If your mother came home with a photo of you photoshopped together, like your prom dates, how do you respond to that? And it's interesting, obviously, because like the only way, I can't think of how to respond because it's like not a situation I'd find myself in, you know what I mean? There's no way to respond because there's no reality in which I could see that taking place. So I can't figure out what to do because the relationship isn't built like that. So these kids, man, I don't know how old you are when you go to prom. We have school balls back home. You do them in year 12 and year 13, so you're 16, 17. I don't know how old you are when you go to prom, but I really hope that he's close to being able to move out, and I hope that he does as soon as he can, And I hope that he loses his mother's phone number. That's what I hope. That's what I hope. Because, no, their relationship, they need space. They need a lot of space, and they need it immediately. This is a man called Marlon Wayans, who, I don't know who he is. Maybe some of you do. And it's a quote from him that says, "I never got married because I never wanted my mother to be jealous of another woman. I never wanted my mother to feel second to any woman." Oh, bro, you were fucked up. You were groomed to hell by your mother. Jesus Christ. That's not a normal thing to think. Because your mother and a partner are never, ever in competition. If your mother should be happy that you are happy. If you think that getting a girlfriend is going to upset your mother, then she doesn't love you. She doesn't want you happy. She wants to be the star of the show, because a good mother wants you to be happy and can understand that other relationships are important and good at making you happy. A partner is never ever in competition with your mother. And if she made you believe that a partner would be competition to her, you spent your entire life being terribly emotionally manipulated and groomed by your mother, and you have a horrifically, upsettingly incestuous relationship with her. And I'm really fucking sorry that you've missed out on such a, big part of life. Romantic relationships are not for everyone. You can be aromantic. You don't have to be in a romantic relationship. That's fine. I'm not saying that, you're inherently missing out on something if you don't have romantic relationships. But there's a difference between not wanting something because you aren't interested versus not wanting something because you are, restricting yourself. And this is a restriction point of view. This is a, this thing that could be really good, I don't want because I prioritize my mother. I'm going to talk about a romantic relationship in the same way that I talk about my mother. I'm going to put those relationships on the same level. No. No, 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 no. I never wanted my mother to feel second to any woman. That's so gross. That's so fucked. That's so upsetting. That's so upsetting. If you are a mother who feels threatened by the partners of your child, you need a fucking reality check, because you are not in competition. People are allowed multiple relationships. And I don't know if this man's an only child or not, but there are people who with this sort of mentality who aren't only children. And I'm like, okay, but your mother supposedly, should anyway, loves multiple children and also potentially her own partner. Why can't you love multiple people as well? I don't understand. And obviously I'm not trying to say that you should, obviously using the children example is kind of putting them on the same level, but he's putting them on the same level. So my point being, you can love multiple people. Whether that love is in the same way or a different way, you can still love multiple people. But it's really strange because it's specifically, I don't want my mom to feel second to another woman, right? So he's still allowed friends, he's still allowed to love his dad or men in his life, but he's not allowed to have women in his life because his mom will feel like women in particular are competition. And if you're not reflecting on that and recognizing that as its own issue, it's too late. Fucking it makes me so upset and angry. Okay, I'm gonna read one of the worst things I've read on here, and I'm actually gonna put a content warning here for sexual innuendo, incest. It is that bad. And it's a comment where it's on a tattoo. Someone posted a tattoo and asked if it looked like a ball sack, and someone commented, "As a mom, I can confirm that's a ball sack." And someone replied to that with, "As a mom of 4 boys, including twins, where I once had 3 peens in me at once, I concur 100% sack." Why the actual fuck would you word it like that? I had to sit there for a minute and try to figure out what she meant by that, because I was really, really confused. And then because my brain doesn't work that way, right? I don't automatically think these things. I just sit there and think about it. And then I realized that she's referring to the fact that she was pregnant with 2 boys. So therefore, right? And then also the third being that she was having sex with her husband while pregnant with 3 boys. And so not only is it incredibly weird to refer to being pregnant with a boy as having a peen inside you, because what the fuck, but then to add it to a sexual context as well is the most horrible, fucked up thing. And it has 17 laugh reacts, which is so concerning too. Like, these people are way too comfortable. The fact that you could think this, and then not only think it, because like intrusive thoughts are a thing, right? And I know intrusive thoughts don't usually work in the way of being like a joke, and they are much more serious than this. But I understand that people have intrusive thoughts that can be like really horrible around things such as like bestiality, pedophilia, that sort of stuff. Like, those are intrusive thoughts that are real. And I'm not saying that you're an evil person if you have intrusive thoughts like that you have to fight. However, if you are having thoughts like this and thinking that they are funny and then sharing them and laughing at it and being like, yeah, this is a normal, okay, totally fine thing for me to say and share, then I think you're a bad person. Then I think that you should have your children not with you. It's only a joke. I wouldn't actually do anything. Like, she's never touched her children. She's never done anything inappropriate. She has done something inappropriate. She's had this thought and thought it was funny and acceptable and like shared it. So like, I don't know how she is acting as a mother with these children, but like, no matter what, I know that there are weird thoughts that are there that are bad and fucked up and will impact the way that she is acting in some way or another. Because these thoughts aren't just like thoughts that she's eradicating, because she's like actually paying mind to them and entertaining them. Yeah, and that is a problem, and it is going to impact the way that she interacts with her children, and that's fucked up, and it's not okay, and we need to stop laugh reacting. 17 laugh reacts. All 17 people who laugh reacted to this, also, get them out. Go straight to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Like, get the fuck out. This person posted from her own experience that says, my mother-in-law calls my husband daddy. I miss you, daddy. When you going to come see mama, daddy? Daddy, I need some money. Makes me sick every single time I hear it. Nastiness. He says I'm weird for thinking it's crazy. He has no kids and he's 42. And the top comment is just, divorce, babe. Agreed. Yeah. What the fuck? How do you not think that's weird? How are you, as a man, being called daddy by your mother and being like, you're crazy for thinking that is weird. You're really weird for thinking this is weird. This is totally normal. No, it's not. No, it's not. How are you 42 and you don't realize that that is not okay? That is not okay. Oh my God. Please listen to the people around you telling you these things. Please reflect. Please, please. I am fucking begging you, because it's concerning. It's really concerning if you are being referred to in such a way and thinking that it is totally normal. And I am afraid to see deeper into this relationship. Like, if this is something that is happening that is normalized, what other things are going on in the relationship that you are not sharing with us, ma'am? What things have you normalized? What things are you telling yourself are okay and normal? Because I really doubt this is the only thing. And so I'm saying divorce based off of just this. And also based off of everything else I can assume exists within your relationship with your husband and your mother-in-law. Because no, yikes. I understand that he's a victim in this because he's been, groomed by his mother his entire life. But also, I feel like there's a lot more to it than this that is not being shared. That at the very least, it needs talking about and confronting, because he's got a lot of shit that he needs to work through that he clearly has not worked through. So at the very least, therapy. He needs therapy, and to go low to no contact with his mother immediately. Here's a video. Why don't you have a girlfriend? And it's a shirtless man eating across the table from his mother, and it says, bro, I've yet to find a girl that compares to my mom. And then it's his mom in her bikini coming up and wrapping her arm around her shirtless son. And once again, there is nothing inherently wrong about a mother in a bikini and a shirtless son and like interacting, because that's, you go to the beach, you go to the pool, that's what you're wearing. That's fine. It gets weird when you have all the connotations. And also, I guess, the fact that they chose to film it while dressed like this, right? They could have chosen to not do it while they were at the pool. They could have chosen to do this while they were wearing clothes, and they chose to do it while they weren't wearing clothes, so that adds a whole layer to it. But bro, you need to separate yourself from your mother. No. Like, there's this notion of like women want a boyfriend that cares about his family. Women want a boyfriend who cares about his mother and who respects women and cares about the women in his life. And like, yeah, true. I want a partner who, you know, respects women and cares about the women in their life. Unless, you know, their mother is a bad person. There are exceptions to this, right? I want you to care about the people in your life as long as those people haven't hurt you. And then if they've hurt you, that's different. This is not going to get you the good graces that maybe you think it is going to. Or I guess, as it says, he doesn't want a girlfriend anyway because no one is going to compare to his mom. He wants a girlfriend who is going to be his mom. No one's going to be your mom, bro, because that's your mom. And a girlfriend is not your mom. She's not going to act like your mom and treat you like your mom because she's not. And if that's what you're looking for, I hope you never, ever find her. But also at the same time, I really hope that you can walk away from this relationship with your mother and reflect on it and understand that it is not healthy and you need to be an individual away from her. Yeah, being so close with your mother and enmeshed in this way in which you're like, she is my everything and the only relationship that I need and no other relationship is going to be like this, and comparing every relationship to it, you need to step back. Because this is damaging. This is incredibly damaging. And you need to not do that. Get therapy. That is my advice for all of the people in this video. To be fair, that is my advice for everyone. I think everyone would benefit from therapy. But I think that all these boys / men definitely need therapy. And all these women also need therapy. But just in like other directions. They need to take therapy on opposite sides of the country. Is what needs to happen, because yikesies. This is messages on a dating app from someone named Keith. Keith said, wow, so can I tell you something? Lol. And she replied, yes. And so Keith said, well, first off, you just totally look like my mom when she was younger. And to be honest, that's really turning me on. Haha. You might not want to know why, but I can tell you if you're curious. I think we all know why. And I also think we all know that you never got a response from this. Because, bro, why would you say that? I think you're really hot because you look like my mother. I'm really turned on because you look like my mother. No. Get off dating apps, take yourself to therapy, and block your mother's number. That's my advice to you. Get off dating apps, go to therapy, block your mother, and then try again in like a year. When you wanted a man obsessed with you, but didn't specify the age, and it is a mother kissing her young child on the mouth, do they hear themselves? Like, do they comprehend what they're saying? They have to, right? They have to know what they're saying. And if they don't, then it's gotta at least be subconscious, because what the fuck? Why would you say this? Are you putting your child in the same context as a romantic or sexual partner? Never, ever fucking do that. Why do I need to tell you that? I should not have to sit here and tell you to not do that. Why would you post a photo of you kissing your child on the mouth and saying, I always wanted a man obsessed with me, but I didn't specify the age? I'm actually like, I'm gonna delete the internet. I think that's the next step here, is deleting the internet, because we don't need it anymore. We don't need it anymore. I think that we've had enough. I think that it's done. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want people to feel comfortable sharing this shit anymore. We need to shame them. We need to take things away from them. All the things away from them, especially their children, because no. Yeah, so I didn't contribute too much this video. Usually I yap a lot, but today I really just needed to share because I didn't want to suffer alone in my findings here, and I had to get it out, so I had to make it all of your problems as well. So you're welcome. And along the lines of these mothers viewing their sons as boyfriends and these sons viewing their mothers as girlfriends, I have started a Patreon only series where I sit and I react to the TV show called MILF Manor. I did film and edit a video for YouTube, but it got blocked because Discovery didn't want me uploading any of their content. So over on Patreon at patreon.com/savvycat, I have episode 1 of me reacting to the first episode, and then I'm also going to do live streams where I live react to the episodes with you, and then we'll re-upload those as well. So if you want to watch the absolute nightmare that is MILF Manor, which is a dating show 40 plus women dating 20 to 30-year-old men in a villa, like Love Island, but for mothers and sons. And I mean that literally. It is Love Island for mothers and sons. If you want to see me react to that, go join my Patreon, patreon.com/savvycat, and I will start uploading those relatively frequently soon. So don't miss out. It's really horrible. So yeah, a huge thank you to my Kiwi Cat patrons. Eden, Amelia, Rain Remaining, Mossy Moose, Bingo Bango, Who Ate My Mango, Kiarum, Bug Loves Cats, Kojo, The Beebs, Tess, Bree, Chastity, Beckett, Prismatic Petey, Sushi Kawaii, Phil the Duck, River, Queen Glimmer, Ella, Mr. Noodle, Radsack, Knitting Menace, Chris, Ellie, Ikazel, Alexis, and Nevea. I love and appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Keep fighting. I love you. Mwah. When you close your eyes.